us from our Washington News Bureau, Republican strategist Alex Conant. Haven't seen you in a while. And
hey,
Democratic strategist Mo Alethi. Thank you both for joining us. Great to have you on. So, Alex, I'll start off with you. We now see the disaster that is happening off the Gulf Coast. Is it difficult, in your opinion, right now, for Republicans or anyone to start this drill, baby, drill action?
Look, I think it's far too premature for anyone to be jumping to conclusions, let alone trying to play politics with the situation. We don't know why the explosion happened in the first place. We do know that there were regulators on the rig less than 2 weeks before the explosion.
We don't know why, but we know they can't contain it right now. I mean, BP is trying any and everything, including this box, this metal box that they're moving. So you're right. We don't know why, but we know it is not contained.
It's a huge problem, but the point is, before we start making policy for the future, we need to know what went wrong in this situation. Otherwise, we're making decisions without basic information at our hands, which is not a good way to make policy.
Well, Mo, let me bring you in on this. This is a tough one as well for the president. He extended a hand, if you will, to Republicans with the idea of offshore drilling in more locations, and a lot of liberals were upset with him then and, of course, now.
Yeah, I actually don't disagree with Alex. I think you don't want to politicize this situation. It is a terrible situation. I think the president and the administration's response to date has been appropriate and swift. But when it comes to what we do moving forward, I think the president made the right decision to say, well, let's hold off on drilling for a little bit. Let's really examine the situation and take a look at it. The president supports drilling. There are a lot of people out there that support drilling, and they seem to be in agreement that we should hold off for a little bit.
I want to play two interesting comments. First, we're going to play what Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger had to say about it being too dangerous, and then I want to play what Congressman Gene Taylor had to say downplaying this disaster. Let's play them back to back if we can.
I see on TV the birds drenched in oil, the fishermen out of work, the massive oil spill, the oil slick destroying our precious ecosystem. They would not happen here in California.
What I want people to know is this isn't Katrina. This is not Armageddon. The farther you get from the spill, that chocolate milk-looking spill starts breaking up into smaller pieces. The good news is, after this many days, it is not yet in the coastal marshes where the juvenile shrimp are. So, and it is tending to break up naturally.
So, Alex, you got one Republican, the governor, saying this is not going to happen in California, and another Republican comparing it to chocolate milk.
Well, look, the reality is that America needs energy, America needs oil, and a really good way to get it historically has been through drilling. We need more drilling. Now, we need to take this tragedy in the Gulf and learn from it, learn what went wrong here, and then apply that to the future to be safer. That's what we do when we have nuclear accidents. That's what we do when we have coal accidents. That's what we should do when we have oil accidents. The answer is not to say no more oil. We're just going to import more of it. That's not a realistic solution.
Mo, quickly, I'll get your response, and I want to bring up something Rachel Maddow said last night about BP not being able to contain this. She says, how could you have the right to drill when you don't even have a plan, basically, to clean up your mess if it's to happen?
Well, I'm glad that BP is going to that their feet are being held to the fire and that they're going to be made accountable for paying for a lot of this. I think that's critically important. But from a policy perspective, let me say this. I think what this underscores more than anything is our need to move away from our dependence on oil generally, not just foreign oil, but oil generally. I think we need comprehensive energy reform that's going to take a look at how we can pursue alternative sources of energy. Until we do that, we're constantly going to have this dependence on oil, and as we've seen, that can have catastrophic results.
Alex, Mo, thank you greatly for coming on. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Tamara.
Thank you. Absolutely.